Hi, good day everyone. Welcome to JOSRAC Management Solution. Alright, so in this video, I'll be showing you the updated version of Parents web-based portal. Right. So once the parents log into their portal, they have access to this new interface. And at the top here, we have the overview of the school calendar, which the very first column shows the current term and current section. And also the second column shows the current events, if there is any. And third column shows the resumption dates of the school. And the last one shows when the school is going to vacate for the term. Alright, so when you scroll down a bit, we have my words. Now for those that have just one child or more than one child in the school, you have access to see the list of all your children on this same dashboard, right? And attached to each of the children here, they have different buttons available for them, which you can click on to view their various performance and their profile possibly, right? So the very first option we have here is where we have the basic information about each of the child, their name, the date of birth, and their class, and so on, right? The second button we have is the profile. So on click on the profile, you have a page like this where you have the summary of the learners information, and also we have overall class attendance. You see the average, and then daily attendance. That if your school uses it for daily clocking and out, you are able to see the time your child gets to school and the time they leave the school here. And also once the class attendance is being marked, you are able to see it from here. Also at this down part, we have daily performance reports, right? So if the class teacher, once the class teacher, the class teacher is able to submit daily or weekly reports. Once they submit that performance report based on your child performance in class on a daily basis, once they submit it, you get it here, and if there is any comment attached to it, you are able to receive that comment here. And also there is option for recommendation. The school is able to send their recommendation probably by the class teacher or the school admin. They can send a recommendation based on your child performance or whatever it is from the school. You get it from here. Then you also have option to reply to whatever information they are passing across to you. Alright, so going back to the home page, from the home page we also have academic performance. Now for you to see how well your child is performing termly and based on individual subjects offered in the class, once you click on this academic performance, you get an overlay page, academic performance, where you can select the assessment type you want to check the child performance on it. So when you select, you can, so I'm going to select examination because I don't have any result for this section, right? I'm going to select 2023-2024. So click on view performance to display the child performance here. Alright, so the first column we have here shows your child basic information, and also we have the current section and term here. And here we have an examination performance because I've selected examination. So we have cumulative average obtained, which is 52.7% out of 100%, right? And the next row we have average statistics, right? So under the average statistics, we have each of the term and the obtained average for each of the term. And the middle column here we have the statistics. There's this part shows the how well your child has performed compared to the other terms, right? So like for example, first term now, this child have 5.6% higher than the cumulative average. Now this is the cumulative average, and this term now, your child have 58.3, which is obviously higher than the average your child have gotten here. Alright, so that's why this term is able to show you that okay, in first term this child got higher than the average obtained for the entire term, and second term the child has gotten lower, which is 1.8 lower than the average, gotten 50.9, and the average is 52.7. So the same thing applies to third term, right? So with this now, you know which of the term your child has really performed well and when they have issue with the overall performance in school, right? And when you look at this left side, you can actually select from this option to check for either CA or midterm, or you want to check for another section. You can select from here and click on view performance. It's going to load and regenerate another one for you based on your criteria, what you've selected, right? So when you also scroll down a bit, you have access to all the subjects offered by the school, by your school for the learner, right? And each of the subjects shows their performance, your child performance in each of the subjects. For example, basic science, now this child got 55.3% out of 100, and for first term they got 53%, which is 2.3% lower than the average for this subject, which means he actually, what his performance for first term is quite lower than the average, and the same thing applies to the second term. He got 4.3% lower than the average, which means the first term he got lower and second term is still reduced again, which means the child is not really performing very well. But in third term, we realize that the child has actually improved in third term by scoring 62%, which is automatically 6.7% higher than the average, which means there is an improvement by the third term of this section. Alright, so with this now you are able to see the performance of your child based on each of the subjects offered by the school. And as we can see here, the child got 38.7%, which is very low, right? So this is how you, as a parent, get to see this performance of your child in different subjects available for them in school. Alright, so moving on, going back to the home page, the next we have check results. For you to check your word results at the end of the term, once the result has been approved by the admin, click on this check results. When it loads automatically for the approved result that is available for the current section, you are going to see them like this. Then all you have to do is just to tap on the view results here, and the system is going to load and display the results. However, if you want to check for other section, because this part now shows available results for current section, so if you want to check for other section, you can scroll down to check other section results by selecting from this drop down. Select the result type, select the academic term, also select the year, and click on check results. So with this now you are able to check your word results. Alright, so going back to the home page, you also have weekly reports. Now once the class teachers are able to compile the summary of their lesson per week and submit, then once it's been approved by the admin, you get to see it from here. Then with that you have full understanding of the lesson being taught in school, and what you should be expecting from your children at home, right? So that's about that. And when you scroll down a bit, we have in the individual bill summary. Of course, the school sets their tuition fee on the platform, and you get to see what you are paying and how much you have paid so far. So from this part now, you see you have access to list of children, and they are in their individual classes. Whatever bill that the school have set as a parent, you are able to see it from here. And when you make part payments, you also see what you have paid so far and current outstanding for each of the children here. And also this middle part shows the graphical design of your bill, your payments level, right? So the one on green, the green color shows the amount you have paid so far, while the one on red color shows the total payable balance, which is outstanding. All right, and right here we have the breakdown of the total the total amount you have paid so far, and the current amount you still have an outstanding to pay will be showing right here. So whatever amount you see here is what you have to pay as an outstanding pay to the school. And then from each of these learner we have here, we have button attached to them, view detail. For example, you want to see the details of the bill you are paying that sum up to the total amount you are expected to pay. What you just have to do is to click on this view details, and the system is going to load and display this part. So we have the basic information about the child here. Also we have the academic term and section, then the outstanding balance shows here. So automatically with this, you know that you are to pay 40,500 balance for this child, right? So, and when you scroll down, you are able to see the total bill that has been set that make the total amount you are expected to pay, and when you make any part payment, you are able to see it from this part, like the amount you have paid and the current outstanding you are paying for this child. If there is any excess payment as a parent, you are able to see it here. Then the payment date, that's the day you make payments. If you like to generate the receipt by yourself, you don't need to contact the school. Just click on this print receipt and the system is going to generate the receipt for you. And in case you want to make payments, you don't have the school account detail, from this part you are able to see the school account detail just like we have it here. Then you can make payments to either of these two accounts based on what your school must have put up for you. And also it asks you, it's saying you must also submit, like send your proof of payment to the school for proper record purpose. All right, so that's all about that. And going back to the home page, when you scroll down a bit, you also have access to the school calendar. From this part, you are able to see the current month calendar, and if there is any event, you are able to see it from here. And from this part, you are able to see the events being set for the current term, all the details of the term, each event, class event, school events. You are able to see it from this part. All right, so that's all about that. And also, if you look at this side, by this left side, we have profile feature here. When you click on it, you're able to see your profile as a parent, your basic information that the school have used to register you attached to your child. You're able to see it from here. And also we have messages. From this message part, once you click on it, you are able to see the list of messages that have been sent by the school to you, or the one you have sent out to the school, the teacher messages and all that. So you can also reply to the messages as well. Also, we have complete school calendar here. By clicking on this school calendar, you have access to the full calendar being set by the school, like the resumption, the closing dates, the event, the breaks and all that. And also you just want to check your child results for previous section and all, right? So you can click on this search academic results. On click of this search academic results, you're going to have an overlay page like this. Then since you have more than one child, you can select whichever among them you want to check his or her results from here. So when you select it from here, it's going to display. Then you select the assessment type you want to check the results for, and also you select the term, and at the same time you select the year and click on check results. All right, so that's how you check your word results. And finally, you have the logout button. If you want to log out, you click on the logout button. All right, so for the sake of those that are not using the mobile app, you can effectively make use of the web. And in case of any challenge, do well let us know, then we can attend to it. Thank you very much.